Do you find it challenging to speak up in meetings? In this video, I'll show you 7 techniques to allow you to confidently join the conversation in meetings and to contribute with your unique message. Speaking up in meetings increases your visibility, justifies your presence in the meeting, and promotes your strengths. However, if you struggle to speak up in meetings, then you miss out on the opportunity of promoting yourself and influencing others. You become anxious, stressed out, and less confident, which worsens the situation. Perhaps you don't believe you have anything worthwhile to share, which we're going to explore in another video. Or perhaps you have a perspective to share, but you find it hard to speak up at the right time and to be heard by others. That is what we're going to talk about today. Do you struggle with these situations in meetings? So speaking up in meetings with many people, like 10 people or more. Speaking up during heated conversations where many people are talking at the same time. Being polite versus trying to get your message across when others are not being as polite. Missing the opportunity of making a point before the topic moves to something else. Missing the opportunity of making a point just to hear someone else make the same point later in the meeting. Not being heard when sharing a view, only to see that somebody else repeats the same point and gets all the recognition and credit for something that you already said. Well, in my career, I constantly felt I was in a battle when I was in a meeting with 10 or more people, and I knew I had to speak. I had something to say but couldn't find the right moment to join the conversation. Here are 7 things that you can do to join the meeting conversation. Number 1, speak to the meeting host in advance. So you can let the person running the meeting know that you have some points that you'd like to cover, and you let them know in advance. That way, the meeting host can bring the attention to you during the meeting at the right time so you can convey your point. Number 2, be visible. Sit somewhere where you can be seen by everybody. This way you can better read the environment and easily make eye contact when you start to speak. This will bring the attention to you a lot easier. Sit at the center of a rectangle table, for example. Sit somewhere where you'll be facing the people who are either conducting the meeting or who tend to talk the most. 3, speak first or at least early on. Why wait? Great conversationalists, they speak first. They dictate the theme and bring it to something that they are comfortable speaking about and that they have experience in. You can use the same trick to gain certain control of the meeting. At the very start, the start of the meetings are usually lower in energy. And if you already have some ideas to share, this is the easiest time to be heard because others are not yet absorbed in their own ideas. Every time I shared comments at the start of the meeting, I would end up feeling more comfortable during the entire meeting and contributing many more times. That early participation built my confidence and caused others to make more eye contact with me while they were talking, so that would involve me a lot more. Number 4, don't wait for silence in order to speak up. Give yourself permission to interrupt. If you're in a meeting where people are constantly interrupting each other, you have 2 choices to speak. First, you can ask the meeting host in advance or even during the meeting to create a more structured process to allow everyone to have a chance to speak. That could be as simple as putting your hand up before speaking or going around the table for comments. Or 2, you can play the game and speak up when you notice the other person speaking is wrapping up their thoughts, but before they completely conclude what they're saying. Remember that many people, they feel uncomfortable with silence and they will speak up just to fill in the void. So when you notice the other person is wrapping up their point, that is, when their volume tends to go down, quickly start speaking at a volume slightly higher than theirs. This will shift the attention to you in a natural way. You can also start by acknowledging their contribution. For example, you can say, "That was a great perspective, Joe," or "I really like that point, Joe," and then move on to your comment. So it's a nice transition. So during my MBA, there were around 60 students in the class representing various nationalities. And part of our grade was based on how much we were able to contribute during the class. So we had to speak up. And I remember observing that the Japanese in our classroom, they always were very nice. They raised their hands to contribute, but they almost never got to speak because a lot of the Westerners in the class would just shut out their answers and their comments. So for the same reason, I also struggled to speak up even if I had something to say. And that's unfortunately impacted their grades, as it can impact your visibility and ability to grow in the company. So you can help to change the rules or learn to play by the rules. Number 5, speak with confidence. Speak louder, just a tiny bit. Make sure that when you do speak that you sound confident and not hesitant. You will notice when other people want to be heard, they increase their volume in the first words to bring the room's attention to them. The secret here is to speak just a little bit louder than whoever's already speaking at the start of your first sentence. 6, speak with your body. Lean forward. Show and raise your hands. Make eye contact. Your body can signal engagement and urgency. Use it to command the room. A change in the body language can be an early sign to others in the meeting that you have something to say. 7, you don't have to follow the conversation flow. Bring it back to your comment if needed. Can and should open a parenthesis back to the previous point if you didn't have the chance to say something that you wanted to say. Just say, oh, about that previous point, I just wanted to add that, blah, blah, blah. Now sure, this change in attitude during a meeting takes some practice. I found that the easiest change to adopt was starting to speak first at the beginning of the meeting. So in summary, to speak up in meetings when you have something to say, notify your intent to the meeting host in advance, be visible in the meeting room, speak first or early on at least, don't wait for silence, give yourself permission to interrupt. Speak with confidence, speak a little bit louder, speak with your body, lean forward, raise your hands, have eye contact, and bring the conversation back to your comment if needed. So which techniques will you apply in your next meeting? Remember, the anxiety and stress will reduce as you apply these tips and keep trying. What is your favorite technique? Thank you for watching this lesson. For more confident, candid, and caring conversations that can help you be more assertive at work, visit assertiveway.com. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next video.